A few months into my gap year, I found out that working in a ski resort for a winter season was a thing. Mostly because I came from a flat country, I have never ever been to the slopes, nor have I ever touched skis or a snowboard. This exactly was the reason why it became my goal to find a job for the winter season. And so, after some research, I came to Trysil, to my very first ski town, in search for a snowy adventure. To be honest, my time here wasn't as I expected it to be. After thinking it over, I figured out that after my last job, my expectations became a little too high for people and workplace itself. After making so many lovely friends all around the world, I think I had this unrealistic assumption that I will find my type of people here as well. And since my unconscious expectation hasn't been met, I had a bit more difficult time adjusting to this place. Having to spend holidays working and feeling homesick also made it a bit more difficult. I realized that when traveling, I usually tend to imagine how life or trip will be like in that place, which can sometimes make it harder to be in the present and enjoy things the way they actually are. I think this adventure was a reminder to try and notice the good parts, the opportunities to challenge yourself and your mindset. It wasn't an easy task, but it was very rewarding. Living here, I have spent a lot of time by myself. People I was surrounded by reminded me of my values, of things that are important to me. Coming here, to a totally new environment, I found myself feeling the same way I did when I was in middle school, subconsciously trying to fit in with my surroundings. I soon realized that I don't want to fit in. I don't want to use my time on activities that I don't enjoy with people that are on different wavelengths than I am. This made me realize what I had to work on in my mindset. As soon as I realized this, I fell back in love with spending time in solitude, working on my goals, and doing things that I so much love to do. This change, of course, didn't happen overnight. As with everyone, some days were harder, some days were perfect. But all of those days were spent learning more about myself, about what's important to me, and what kind of person I aspire to be. Working in service industry with people also gave me a lot of value in terms of improving myself. Who once was a self-proclaimed introvert, now could easily initiate conversations, strive to help people, and want to make their experiences special. And in the meanwhile, I used my free time to learn more about videography, to perfect my knitting skills, and most important of all, learn how to snowboard. As far back as I can remember, I was never a sports person. At school, I was never good at any sports and I didn't really enjoy them. However, I always found board sports fascinating. But having grown up in an environment that didn't really support this idea, I kind of tucked board sports in the back of my mind. When I got a bit older, I did try skateboarding a bit and I really enjoyed it, but that was pretty much it. That's why the idea of working a winter season in a ski resort fascinated me so much. So soon after arrival, I rented the gear and headed to the slopes. After my lovely colleague taught me the very basics for the first 2 days, it was just me and my rented board. I don't think I have fallen so many times ever since I was learning how to walk as a baby. I was all sore from those first days, but it was so worth it. Falling down all those times, and every single time getting up and being stubborn about mastering my snowboard made me feel like a kid again. That exhaustion at the end of the day and the feeling of accomplishment brought the feeling of nostalgia for those old days. And now, after a couple of months, while speeding down those black slopes, I keep on thinking about that girl that was so happy when she first stood on the snowboard without falling and stayed consistent on this journey. Thinking about that, I can't help but feel so proud of her. Before I realized it, I kept on running off to the slopes every chance I got, wanting to do more, to jump higher, to go faster, to chase the limit that didn't exist here. I am so happy I found a hobby that I want to cherish so much. And with time flying by so fast, 4 months have passed, and it was time to leave this place. It might not have been the ideal getaway that I was dreaming of, but this place made me work more on myself, on my mindset, on the things that I love. So I'm really grateful for this experience. And even more grateful that I got to realize my childhood dream and learn how to snowboard, which I will for sure continue to do. And for now, it's time to continue to discover myself while discovering the world.